Hey, it's Coolio if you don't know, back with another Low Bias Monthly. This one is for February 2015, and it is isometric games. Now, I was originally going to play the Windows version of this, but I decided, heck, I have RetroArch open right now. Why not do the SNES version? This is SimCity 2000, by the way. I don't know if you could tell. You probably could tell because it's going to be in the video title, but, you know, it's on the screen now, so... We've got that now. So I'm not gonna play this for very long. Relieving scenery. Land of Freedom? That sounds like fun. Also, this game's music is a thing. I don't know if I've ever played this on the SNES. I probably have at some point, but anyway. Oh, okay. That's the game we're playing. Oh, I didn't press the wrong button. Now I gotta load this again. Game is silly. Yeah, I'm guessing that because of certain limitations as far as the Super Nintendo, they weren't able to just allow kind of God mode creation, so sculpting and such. Name your city. I know the perfect name. Anyone who knows this reference is awesome. My name? Coolio. You don't know? Innsbruck starts. The Congress is in a mess. Well, what else is new? The new city of Innsbruck has started operation. Last night we had an inauguration party for Mayor Coolio. Today, construction work of the city has started. The new mayor has to deal with a lot of things to do. From the start. Okay. The new mayor remarks that the night is dark and the first thing to do is construction of power plants. The mayor declares that the city is going to become a 10 million population city. That's very English. Thank you, game. Well, the Congress is in a mess, apparently. This year, the Congress has got into an imbroglio over political corruption, a usual topic of discussion. So true to life, wow. The Congressman Wolf says, I don't remember the matter, nor have I that money in my wallet concerning the $10,000 that he has reportedly received from a trader concerned. No one will believe his story. Mayor Coolio, as usual, fell asleep in the middle of the discussion, which disgusted people. What is this? Also see the weather, but I apparently didn't. We have $1 million to start this, and the cursor is running very slowly. Let's see. How do I want to build a thing? What's the button? Okay, so X is the button for center on cursor. It's nice. Oh, okay. Press B and I'm here. Power plant. Yeah, there's a bit of a problem with solar power plants in SimCity 2000 in that if it's cloudy at all, they don't generate anything. Which I don't think is how solar plants work in real life. I could, of course, be mistaken. Well, let's put down some... Why is everything so tiny? What is... Okay, I can press R to switch between population and money. Let's see. What's the button for make go bigger? There we go. Yeah, this is not a not an ideal port of this game. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start with that. I'm gonna start with remembering which buttons to press. So, power lines. Put a random power line there. It's gonna be completely useless. It's gonna be great. And then we're going to put down some roads. Ourselves a little neighborhood right here. Okay. Roads, while I'm building roads. I'm not really gonna bother with rails. I'm not gonna be playing this for long enough. I'm not looking to become a 10 million population city. There. And now we have... Why is industrial need so high? Like, no one's living in my city yet. It shouldn't be that high. But yeah, I actually do own a copy of the Windows version of this. I used to have a copy of the PlayStation version of this as well. That unfortunately is lost to the ages. Okay. Now I have some industrial zones over here. I have some residential and commercial. And no one's moving in. We are on our way. Oh, there we go. Things are starting to happen. Probably get some sort of enforcement. But yes, SimCity 2000. What can I say about this game? Well, it's the second SimCity game. I'm sure that much is evident. It is the first, which happens at an angle because the the original SimCity game was more top-down. What's this? Business hit by blackout. That sounds like a problem. In fact, that sounds like a personal problem. It was made clear that representatives of the major companies in Innsbruck would have a meeting with Mayor Coolio today. The purpose is to request construction of a new power plant. Blackouts are increasing recently, cutting power to refrigerators and offices, causing food to spoil, which annoys many people. Yeah, I'm sure that's your biggest problem right now. A member of the Board of Power says he doesn't care about the type of power generation any type of power plant will do if it feeds power. A recent survey by the city has proven that elderly people have been evacuated by their children. Okay. This survey supplements the previous survey that clarified the fact of decreasing number of elderly people in these 10 years. The city's not been open for 2 months. Why are there surveys going back 10 years? Was there a city here before? Like, am I taking over the ruins of an old city or something? What is this? The rest of this is silly. I'm not going to read it. This week we may have the rest of the typhoon. Be alert. Oh, good. That's what I want to deal with. Yes, that's what I gathered. Power plants are needed. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing with wind plants. They're entirely clean and produce no pollution. But they're also not very strong. I'm just gonna sprinkle them down here. We have 10 million? We have $1 million to work with. A nice little spectacle going here. I think I'm actually missing one. Right there. Wrong button. There we go. That music though. I mean, is this still without power? You know what? Maybe we should supplement this with a proper power plant. Let's put a gas plant, I suppose. But all the way over here. I just put down a power plant. Shut up, game. Building sequentially in this game is not ideal. Also, I think they're borrowing sounds from the first SimCity game. By the way, speaking of SimCity, it's been known for quite some time that there was a you can actually level the land. It's been known for quite some time that there was a SimCity game for the Nintendo that was in planning, and a prototype was created. However, unfortunately, they decided to scrap that and went with the Super Nintendo version of SimCity instead. What's this? Okay, I guess people are complaining about police coverage. What a silly thing. Innsbruck Llama Scouts perform an activity picking up trash in the city every year. Well, I guess we have no trash. But yeah. So, Nintendo version of the original SimCity was actually found recently, and the ROM was dumped. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting development. I don't know if it's available on... Excuse me. I don't know if it's available on the cutting room floor. tcrf.net, by the way, which is a very interesting website to check out. But it's still kind of neat. I've seen it played a little bit on RetroRank Rhapsody just recently. If you're not familiar with that, twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo, PUZLO, or PUZLO for you silly American people. All right. I haven't done the whole water thing. I should probably take care of that. Can I see where I'm putting my pipes? Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just going by feel then. Anyway, the prototype was mostly finished. Gameplay isn't perfect, but most of it is there. And it's kind of a shame that it ended up not getting finished, but what are you gonna do? It was around the time that the Super Nintendo was starting to take off, and they decided to go in that direction instead. And the rest is history. Yeah, I will not be playing this for very long, by the way. Oh. I'm sure I've already mentioned that. Map, yes. Let's see. High crime area. I barely see any crime at all. What are you people complaining about? Apparently I just had to observe the fact that there is no crime in the city, and now they've accepted this. As a result of the crime rate survey conducted all over the Sim country, Innsbruck was approximately 191, the lowest of crime rates. 191 what? Like, this is on what scale? Anyway, to commemorate the survey results, a party was held by the police station, attended by many citizens. After the party was over, each participant walked home alone, one of whom encountered a robber. Fantastic. Wild lizards get together. Lizards watching enthusiasts got together from all over Sim country to see the great migration of the wild lizards, which can only be seen twice a year. Wild lizards is hardly ever seen now, says Director Kama Lloyd of the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Wild Animals, the BSPCWA, I guess. They are so timid and sensitive. Any noise or pollution could scare them away. Although the number of wild lizards is decreasing, the remaining ones gather at Innsbruck, a quiet and non-polluted environment. Good second page. What's in the weather? Those who can take holidays should do so. It is better for you not be in Innsbruck. If you have to remain in Innsbruck, keep your radio set turned on. Your radio set apparently turned on so that you can hear weather warnings. The writing in this is awful. What is this? Also, why is my population so terrible right now? I don't even know. Now what I'm going to do here, and I don't know if this is going to help or not. is create a connection to a neighboring city, because that's the thing that you can do in SimCity 2000. Straight line, please. And perhaps that'll bring in a few more people. Yeah, there we go. The PlayStation port of SimCity 2000 is a fair amount better than this one. There we go. Now we have neighboring connections. I don't know if this is going to help us or if we just need like more industrial zones and that's why we're tanking. But our industrial zones are basically not being used. Like, what is this? What is this game? Why is my city not growing? Please explain this to me. I feel entitled to money. I am mesothelioma. We have this huge big building here. This one here. And apparently that's not good enough for the game. What is it with these rude games that I'm playing? Query this. Upper class condo, crime nil, pollution low, population 0, apparently. This is church. Number in custody, 25, jeez. Check out ordinances. This is a thing that was added to this game. Basically, you can set ordinances, and some of these will result in additional revenue or reduced costs. Now, with such a low, here, let's have a carnival. Why not? Now, our estimated annual cost here is 0, and that's probably because our city is really tiny and no one wants to move to it. But hopefully, with some of these ordinances, we might get a little bit more more intake, maybe. Let's see. Start building a highway. Why? Because I can. Build it out here. I have a highway. And the game has given us $1 million to work with. It was just kind of wasted, I guess. I don't know. Game is silly. Jeez, how wide is this map? There we go. Also, I'm sure you might have noticed this game is not very responsive either. And there also appears to be kind of a dead zone in the top left corner, or maybe in all the corners. There we go. Now I'm going to do... And what is this? Isn't it already under control? Okay, that's cool. Now apparently they're watching wild mice. But weren't there like wild lizards? Don't lizards eat mice? I don't know, man. This game is a game. When you have a highway, you need an on-ramp. There we go. I don't know if it makes any amount of difference, but there it is. Oh, we're up to 170 people. I feel like it should be way higher at this point. I don't know, let's put some more industrial zones. There's apparently a high demand for them, despite the fact that I have some and they're not being populated. This game... This thing is silly. Yeah. Because I can. Not necessarily because it's a good idea. About a desalination plant. Right there. Yeah. I would really like to see where these pipes are going. I don't have a clue. I was hoping to get to like maybe 1,000 within half an hour. But don't... Why are my zones being unpopulated? What is happening? Everyone is dying. This is the plague. Like, I added neighboring cities with roads, and it seemed to help a little bit. And then I added highways, and people are moving out. I don't know. This game is... Oh, we're up to 230. Somehow. Well, I'm sure this has been a thrilling ride in the realm of SimCity 2000. There are much better ports of this game, and I invite you to play one of those ports and not really bother with this one. As for me, I think I'm going to call it pretty much here. I was planning on doing this for about half an hour, but there are not enough jobs in Innsbruck, and I can't really be bothered to fix it. It has been made clear that the unemployment ratio of Innsbruck is over the average. This springs from the lack of capability of Mayor Kewliomzx, says Mr. Quincy, who is now unemployed. If you're unemployed in Innsbruck right now, it's because you're not watching. You're not paying attention. there are plenty of jobs, and not enough demand for them. I don't know. I'm Coolio if you don't know, and I don't know. But crime is under control at last, and I guess we can take solace in that fact.